What's up guys, Reboot here. Now that iOS 17 public beta has been released, a lot more people have updated, so let me show you guys some cool new tips and hidden features. Starting off with standby mode, when you receive notifications, you get this cool new animation that pops up and shows you a preview of the notification or message that you received, which honestly looks pretty dope. I think this is a really great addition to standby and it gives it that extra cherry on top. We also have another nice feature in standby mode that's called night mode. So basically what this does is that depending on the ambient lighting, standby mode is displayed in a red tint, which makes it easier on the eyes when you want to get a quick glimpse of your screen. And I find this to be most useful when it's either very late at night or early in the morning when you're barely getting up. This feature can be enabled by going into settings, then standby, and then turning on the night mode feature. This has been available in earlier betas, but now it works way smoother and it's a lot more functional than it was in the earlier betas. Next up, a cool little feature that I noticed with the Find My widget is that we now have this little icon that pops up to see how your contact is traveling. So I noticed this when I was checking the widget for someone's location and I saw a vehicle icon. Then I wondered if it also shows if someone is traveling on a bike or the metro or if they're running. So I decided to shake my phone up and down to try to imitate being on a run. And sure enough, the icon of a little person running showed up, which I think it's a nice little hidden feature to have. Moving on to our Photos app, cropping photos and videos is now way faster and easier than it was before. So instead of having to tap on edit, we can now zoom in, and if you guys notice on the top right, we now have the option to easily tap and crop the photo, which is super convenient and useful to have. And to take it one step further, if you tap and hold on the crop button, we now have these options here to crop in either full screen, the original photo, widescreen 9:16, or the square option. So yeah, like I said, this is a nice convenient option to have to quickly get those photos or videos to the scale that you want them to and upload them to your social media. Now that we're on the topic of photos, another cool feature that's back is the option to set a live photo as your lock screen. For some reason, this feature was removed by Apple on iOS 16, but now it's back. To use it, tap and hold on the lock screen to bring up the editing menu. Once you're here, hit on customize on the lock screen and then we can select our photo. And once it's applied, if you look at the bottom left, we now have the live photos icon to enable or disable our live photo. Really nice and satisfying feature to make your phone really feel alive. It also gives it a nice clean animation when you're unlocking your device, which is pretty cool. Another new feature on iOS 17 is offline maps. So if you're constantly traveling through areas with bad signal or if you don't want to use up a lot of your data, I think that this feature can be really useful for you. So to use offline maps, simply head over into the Maps application, then tap on your Apple ID picture and tap on the offline maps option. If you want to download a new offline map, it's super easy to do. Just tap on the download new map, type in the city or area that you're looking for, and then the map will pop up with this box that you can adjust to get a more precise selection of the area you want to download as a offline map. Pretty cool, right? One more feature in Maps that Apple brought back, which is super annoying that they removed in the first place, is the Navigaton Volume. For some reason, Apple loves to remove useful features. So in order to adjust the volume, you first have to have your navigation ready to go. Then tap on the little up arrow on the bottom right. And as you guys could see right here, once again, we have the voice volume. So if you tap on that, we have the option to set the voice to either softer, normal, or louder, which I personally always set to louder because at normal volume, I can barely hear it while driving. Up next, if you open up the Reminders app and tap on the add list, then tap on this type, we now have a new groceries list to choose from, and if you're anything like me, this is honestly a game changer. It automatically separates each item into its own category. For example, if you need to get some meats, Reminders will automatically create that meat section, or if you need milk or any other dairy products, that category is automatically created and any item that is part of that category will automatically be placed there. I think this will make it so much easier and faster to organize your grocery list. So now when you go into the grocery store, you won't be going back and forth throughout the store because you forgot to get the milk in the dairy section, or you forgot to pick up some apples that are all the way on the other side of the store. Adding on to the Reminders app, we now have the option to get early reminders, which I don't get why this wasn't a feature already a long time ago. But for example, if you do set a reminder to, let's say, pick up Tim Cook from the airport on Tuesday, we can set a reminder for days, weeks, or months ahead of time. And if you add the time, let's say 5 p.m, now we tap on the early reminders again, and it will give us the option for reminders from 5, 15, time 30 minutes or hours ahead of time. At the bottom, we also have a custom option which will let us customize the early reminders even further. Up next, if we head over into Spotlight, it also got its fair share of updates and new features. If we need to quickly add an event to our calendar, we can easily do that by typing in Spotlight things like remind me to study at 4 p.m. or if you need to set a specific time frame, you can type that in and Spotlight recognizes it and sets up the calendar event. So if you quickly need to create a new event, type that event in and then type in the time or the time frame, and Spotlight will automatically set that up for you, and all you have to do is tap on add so that event could be added into your calendar. I think this is a really nice feature to have if you're in a rush and you quickly want to create a new calendar event. What do you guys think? Also, one more that I quickly wanted to show you guys. If you head over into the phone application and then tap on the recents tab, now we have the option to listen to a voicemail right under the phone call that you missed, which is a pretty convenient feature to have if you quickly want to listen to the voicemail that someone left you. If you found any of these features useful, make sure to drop a like, and also don't forget to subscribe for future tips and tricks videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.